Hey Scorpio, welcome to Summertime Tarot. My name is Summer and this is a general mid-month reading for the month of June. So we're going to take a look at, what's going on, any messages that want to come through for you. So let's go ahead and start with an affirmation for you for the remainder of the month. Oh, that is way too many. Okay. Thank you. So we have, I surrender to a power greater than me. I surrender to a power greater than me. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, Scorpio. A lot of water here. So it looks like maybe an emotional time for you here, Scorpio. So yeah, bottom of the deck, we have ground and center. So it looks like you're really trying to focus on grounding your energy, kind of clearing out, right? And surrendering to the flow of things. Let's get some clarification. So it looks like you may be like with this Three of Pentacles here, focusing on like little things, working kind of to like ease your mind, right? Under the Three of Pentacles we do have the Five of Cups, so it, like I was saying, could be a very emotional time for you right now, and you're trying to like possibly like distract yourself by working. But here in your mental we have make a move with your challenge being the Page of Pentacles and your advice the Six of Wands. So I kind of feel like with this make a move here, you may be in a space where like there's something right with work that you may be trying to cultivate, to create for yourself, something new possibly, that you're trying to ground in this present reality, but you, with this Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, you may be feeling a bit like you don't know enough, that you don't have enough experience. And so I feel with the Six of Wands being here as the advice, it's like to remember, right? If you kind of look at this, I kind of want to say like what's coming to my mind is oh brother, where art thou? If you've seen the movie, I'm thinking about the part very beginning where they've broken out of jail. It's like three men. They break out of jail and they're trying to like get to this treasure. That's how they say it, the treasure, right? And they try and get on a train, but they're like chained, and like eventually they all fall off. But then there's like this guy on this, what is it? It's like I don't even know what it is. It's like a little cart that's going down the railroad track. And he's like basically telling them their fortune, like their future. And, you know, and he says, you know, what does he say? He basically tells them the treasure that they're seeking, they will not get, but they are going to get something even better, right? Because basically the divine has vouchsafed their reward. And that's kind of what I feel. I said all of that to say this, like your reward is guaranteed, right? What it is that you want, you're going to get, right? That's the advice. So like move with that conviction, with that belief that this reward is yours. What you're trying to create, what you're trying to cultivate for yourself, you can have it. You're worthy of it. So start moving like that's the truth. Okay? Don't like spend time beating yourself up because you don't know enough, or for like moves that you made in the past that weren't right. You know what I mean? Let that go. And like start focusing on the present and the future. Okay? So emotionally, we have here tears of joy and sadness, with the High Priestess as your challenge and your advice, the Magician. Okay? So yeah, it looks like you may be in a space where you're like experiencing the two extremes of the emotions, right? Sadness and joy. And with the High Priestess here being your challenge, I kind of get the feeling that you may be having a hard time deciphering, discerning, picking and choosing which one to focus on. Or you may find yourself like 1 minute you feel a little bit good, and then like all of a sudden you're kind of feeling some kind of, sadness, and it's like, what's going on here? And with the Magician here as your advice, it's like, remember that you are the one that's like in control of what you're feeling. If you're not feeling what you want to feel, it's up to you to shift that, to change that, to shift your focus, and to focus on something that makes you feel a little bit better. Okay? And true, yes, I know things may not be perfect, things may not be working out the way that you want them to, but you kind of sitting around being sad and focusing on what's going wrong, focusing on what isn't right, isn't going to make anything any better. So make sure that, if you find yourself in a little bit of a low moment, to do your best to shift your energy and to redirect, refocus on something that makes you feel a little bit better, right? That brightens your spirit, elevates your vibration. Okay? So here with the physical, we have affirmation for positive change, with the Knight of Swords being your challenge and the Two of Cups your advice. Okay? So yeah. It's like, it looks like you are doing your best to kind of make this change towards, I feel like surrendering, letting go, right? Relinquishing. But with the challenge being here as the Knight of Swords, you may have the tendency to kind of flip-flop, or like get kind of caught up in what's going on around you, which then shifts how you're feeling and what you're thinking about, which then shifts your emotions. You know what I mean? So it's going to be important for you to stay connected to the things that you want, right? This could be, a relationship with someone that makes you feel good. So do what you can to, you know, spend as much time kind of, I feel, moving towards that relationship, cultivating that relationship. But I also feel like with this Two of Cups here, it's like cultivating this space for yourself, within yourself, that like is for you and for you only, that kind of is focused on, you know, what you want. Like, what is it that you see out here that you're moving towards, and keep that at the forefront of your mind. You feel me? And so spiritually here we have learn from life with the Emperor as your challenge, and the King of Cups as your advice. So I feel like with this learn from life being here, with what's going on with you spiritually, I feel like you are in a space where you're learning a lot, I feel, about yourself, right? With the Emperor here, learning a lot about yourself, but also I feel like you're in the process of like building this kingdom for yourself, right? With the Emperor being here. And so with the Emperor, it's like, I feel, make sure that you're not spending too much time kind of trying to control things, or make them perfect, or make it, oh gosh, for some reason MAGA came to my mind. Good grief. What? Okay. But like, make sure that when you're trying to like progress forward and move forward and learn all that you're trying to learn about yourself and about the world, and getting ready to kind of, I feel like, build this new future for yourself, that you don't kind of go at it alone, that you don't feel like all this pressure, or just put all this pressure on your shoulders to the point where it kind of bogs you down and makes you a bit, you know, pulls you back into this sadness, pulls you back into this like feelings of being alone, feelings like you're you don't know enough, you don't have enough, you'll never get there, right? And I feel like with the King of Cups being here as your advice, it's like, this is very much like going with the flow and allowing, right? Not getting so caught up in perfectionism, or needing everything to be perfect, or needing yourself to be perfect, but allowing yourself to be who you are, and to go with the flow, and to be easy like summer morning, okay? Just remember that you're worthy of all the things that you want, and that it's in your power to create it. But don't get so power hungry or power crazy, or begin to belittle yourself, or get too focused on what isn't working. You know what I'm saying? But kind of let go of those fears and anxieties, so that you can spend as much time that you need on the things that you actually want to come in. You know what I mean? But let's see what message wants to come out for you. So what's the message here for Scorpio? What's the message here for Scorpio? Woo, okay. So bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups wanted to shoot out. Woo, okay. So we have Temperance, Page of Pentacles, the Emperor again, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. And the song that's coming to my mind is, we can do it, take your time, do it right, we can do it, baby. Do it tonight, take your time. Okay. Don't talk about my singing, okay? But yeah, with Temperance here is really, I feel, it's about tempering yourself, tempering your energy, tempering your efforts, right? With the Emperor being here at the center, it's like making sure that you're cultivating and creating and establishing a space within yourself and around yourself, right? Your environment. Making sure that it is a space that allows you to grow and move in the ways that you need to. But don't do it like, don't try to force anything. Don't try to like force your growth or push things. It's about knowing your power, knowing your abilities, knowing your worth, and knowing that what you want, you can create it. It just it's going to take time, and that's okay. You know what I mean? So don't like get too ahead of yourself or start trying to push too fast, right? Because I surrender to a power greater than me, right? There are things that are out of your control, and it's like needing to accept that some things are out of your control. But with that being said, what is in your control is you, right? So use you, make use of you, the one thing that you truly have control of, and allow yourself to kind of blossom at your own pace, at your own speed. And then that's when everything will begin to adjust and what's the word? Blossom around you, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, because with the Knight of Cups here, we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Moon Strength, right? I feel like you may be kind of fearing the unknown, or allowing your fears and insecurities to get the better of you, which may be like making you want to like move even faster, or making you feel like you can't do it, you know, but you can. You just gotta be patient and take that first step. Don't worry about the rest. You know what I mean? But let's see what self-care activities would be beneficial for you at this time. So we have here sing. Yes, spend some time belting out them tunes, you know what I mean? Sing, 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 sing. But this is also about like, you know, your voice. Make sure that you're speaking up, you're speaking out. Saying the things that you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Okay, then we have unplug. Stay off the book. No. I love that. But right, unplug, disconnect from, you know, social media, electronics, spend some time, you know, connecting with nature, learning, reading, doing things that don't require electricity. Okay. All right, then we have puzzles. So yeah, maybe do some crossword puzzles, some puzzles, Sudoku, all that kind of stuff to get your mind, you know, working in different ways and kind of get out of your head. You know what I mean? All right. Well, let's see. Let's get some dog wisdom for you. So what wisdom do you have here for Scorpio? What wisdom do you have here, Scorpio? Scorpio. Thank you. So we have anger. Feel the heat, then turn it down. Okay. So I'm going to read it from the book for this. It says, if you fetch this card, it means a wire has been tripped deep in your brain, triggered by a thought that something happened that's threatening you in some way. You have a perception based on real or imagined threats that someone or something is violating you or your territory in some way, and your reaction to the situation has you wanting to pounce or charge. Whatever the trigger for you, and it's always your trigger that's involved, you may be either running headlong into rage or smoldering and simmering with aggravation or milder irritation. You may be baring your teeth and snarling aggressively, or you may be hiding and downplaying the feeling passively until it erupts into aggression. Anger and aggression are quite often confused with each other, though they can be close companions if not properly taken care of and treated humanely. Counting to 10 or 1,000 and letting off steam in some healthy way is the conventional wisdom for calming down your system when it's on red alert so that it doesn't overheat and give you ulcers or incite you to verbal outburst or physical violence. This usually needs to happen before the thinking brain can truly come back online and set the scene for potentially peaceful and respectful communication. When you find yourself in this kind of heat, it's probably not the time to directly engage with others. Better to take a time out, walk it off, or growl into a pillow to get that release of anger that has been building and needs a non-violent outlet. Avoid bites and scratches so no one gets hurt. When you've cooled down, you can begin to look at what you have interpreted as someone else's bark or bite, what you thought was making you angry, and question your assumptions about their deeds and intentions. Was their approach more about wanting to play than invade? Did you enter their yard first without invitation? When you question your dogma, you can change your karma. Take to heart what applies here, and you may finally get free of an impounded emotion. Find your best healthy release of this stored up energy. Identify the thoughts running wild in you that have been holding anger in place. Change those thoughts and be free. The best anger management is to zero in on what's behind the anger and what holds it in place. Don't hesitate to read and learn from others about the energy and expression of anger as a means to a healthy end instead of a bitter one. Okay, so let's close this off with a postcard from Spirit. So what's the final message here for Scorpio? Scorpio. Final message for Scorpio. So we have here, dearest you, over here there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways. You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always. But that's all I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this reading helps you in some way. Please let me know down in the comments how it resonated. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate you and hope to see you soon. Peace out.